YouTuber by the name of Kicking It with Ross. Um, he basically watched a video on the rise and fall of Ryback. He watched the video and he gave a very diplomatic commentary on the video. Somehow this rubbed Ryback the wrong way because this guy invited Kicking It with Ross to his podcast, which then Ryback literally did not let this man speak. I tried to click through because Ross put it on his page to let you listen, and literally, I think I only heard Ross make one straight sentence before Ryback just completely trauma dumped all on this man. Then what Ryback does is he goes to his Twitter and makes up this whole nother story. When I tell you he gaslit and rambled for maybe a good 40 minutes, I don't even know how Kicking It with Ross did not interject and say, like, shut the fuck up. So Ryback today, he says, if I was a fan of Kicking It with Loss, I would be ashamed that he didn't have the balls to actually speak up when on the show. That guy has been disrespectful for years, and we gave him a platform with kindness and answered all his questions. He simply choked under pressure when live. Who will it be next? I would love for it to be me, because I tell you right now, this is a very tiny, extremely small podcast, but you can't gaslight me. Like, I will literally have the questions that you need to be answered. Like, number one, why are you so fucking hateful? Number two, why did you make that post? I don't like Vince McMahon either, but the post you made about him watching his mom get her ass beat and then the woman died at the same time because you couldn't hold your own in fucking WWE. When Ryback used to come on my TV, I either went to the bathroom, went to get something to eat, or went to damn sleep and missed the whole fucking show because this man showed up. He did not let him speak. I don't know where he got this narrative. He wanted to deep dive and get a better understanding of the situation, but you treat it like a damn therapy session, and literally, I don't know how Ross basically sat there. I don't, and then the funny thing is, why did you pick Ross? As many people talk about Ryback and throw Ryback under the goddamn bus and talk how terrible of a person he is, why did you pick this YouTuber to go live with and explain yourself?
Not coming into this, I know a lot of people was thinking, oh, we're gonna come into this in a negative space, but I'm like, nah, I actually want to get his opinions on certain things that he's been through in his career, and also ask you questions on how you felt about, my recent, I don't know if you've seen my recent video or reaction, and I know the tweet in question of, I don't know what I'm talking about. I definitely want to get your opinion on what's going on.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good way to do this, because it can jump all over the place, but I think if,
Okay.
So one, let me ask you, have we ever met or ever talked to each other prior to this?
No, this will be our first time.
Okay, that just want to get that out of the way. I think that's probably the best way to do it, is you asking questions, and then we can kind of go from there, and Shawnee's not going to get involved in anything other, like, if Shawnee has something to say to mediate between the two, Shawnee, please speak up. Keep it on track. But it could bounce.
So explain to me where Ryback is like, oh, this guy is I've always had an issue with him for years. He literally said that was the first time he ever talked to him. And the guy, Ross, intro him very nicely, like telling him, yo, I've got some questions. We can go about this real cool. I just want to know, like, where your headspace is at. The guy literally sat there and trauma dumped on him for like an hour. Are you fucking kidding me? It's just weird and bizarre. I don't know who anybody would take this guy seriously as Ryback. It was just dumb. I just don't understand. And he says, feel free to come join the next show next week, 9 a.m. specific here on X Spaces. You guys have been making BS content full of lies for years. None of you have the courage to actually speak up when you have a chance. You've been blocked. Let's see if you guys have what it takes. Then you block the guy. Like, what? Why? What are you doing? The guy Ross from the couple of shows that I've watched is super diplomatic. Sometimes too diplomatic for me to where I'm like, okay, I don't agree with that, but whatever. You know what I mean? He wasn't rude or nasty when he could have just went in on your fucking ass. Just weird. He right back then post a link to the podcast and he's like, check out a true troll who falls in line when confronted with an energy they know they can't disrupt. Homie came on and got every question answered and then dipped out to run his mouth to try and save face. You should be ashamed if you're a fan of this. What are we listening to the same podcast?
For sure.
What do you think? Let's start right there. What do you think my issues with Vince actually? Because I heard you on a video talk about it was solely you think it was booking. Do you think my issues with Vince or my comments? Do you think those are solely on booking?
Potentially booking and possibly financial.
Okay, so let me tell you. I'll tell you exactly what it was from. And the booking was very little of it actually, and I've talked about this and explained it.
Okay. With
all of this, it was. So, are you aware? Like, I left WWE. Well, I want.
No, he's not aware. That's why y'all having this conversation. This is the weirdest shit. I'm not even gonna like really go on and on, but if you go to Ross's page, he posted it. You can listen to it. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, right back. I don't even think if he has a girlfriend, if he's getting pussy or something, like he's got a lot of pent up aggression. He needs to go and, I don't know, drink some protein, do some lifts. It's super bizarre that he chose Ross to go at and troll.
So, with all that being put out there and us knowing a little bit more about the situation, and obviously, if someone can look at what you were saying on those tweets, surface level, if no one knew, they'd be like, yo, he's wilding out, he's spazzing out, he's crashing out, what the fuck? It looks like he was just saying he's just a disgruntled ex-WWE guy lashing out for clicks and views. So when I originally saw it, without any extra context, I'm like, damn, bro, what's going on here? And even in those videos, I still stated that I felt like, you know, he definitely was mistreated just the booking, just on that alone, because that's all I can go on. I can't really go on the other details to it. So cool.
Well, I mean, you can't. Here's the other people though. A lot of people, if you're going to make content though, and this is the problem in today's day and age, a lot of people do reactionary content without knowing the full story. And then did you ever reach out to me once like, yo, Ryback, I want to make content on this, but I would like to have a better understanding?
Well, here's the thing about
do that though. That's not the thing, because a lot of people don't want to either get stuck up or they don't want to. So what we do is we just sometimes
he didn't even let him answer
without having a better understanding of things, and people, and that it just kind of snowballs from there. But
well,
I agree with you. But I told my story.
Yo, he didn't even let him answer. I'm gonna wrap this up here. First of all, I do content on people, and I don't call them like, "Hey, I'm about to do some content, and I hope this is fine with you." You asked the dude a question. You didn't let him answer it because you feel some kind of way. You said what you said was shitty, even to the shittiest man on earth. You had no reason to do it. It didn't work out. You got fired. Go fucking find something else to do. You're not liked. You dropped fucking CM Punk on his head and he made him shit himself or something like that happened. You say hateful shit online. You fucking troll people. You want attention. It's like you mad old. Unfortunately, he's the same age as me, so I probably shouldn't say that. I'm a year older than him, actually. And I'd be damned if I got my 43-year-old ass anywhere cutting off a podcaster because they said something about my content that I didn't like. This is the most bizarre and funniest shit ever. He asked Ross a question. Ross was like, well, you know, and anyway, here's the thing. Don't invite people on your show if you're not going to let them speak. And then don't go and block them 8 times and then say some bullshit talking about he dipped out to run his mouth. Sir, you took an L and there's really nothing else to say. I don't understand what's going on here. It's a bad look, and do yourself a favor and stay the fuck out of other people's business if you can't handle what they got to say about you. Comes with the territory. All right, later. Tell me what you think.